Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. Foxconn is the world's largest foundry, undertaking electronic contract manufacturing for customers such as Apple. However, in recent years, Foxconn has begun to dabble in the semiconductor business, trying to carve up part of the chip industry, undertake chip packaging and testing services for customers, and even have ideas for chip manufacturing. In recent years, Foxconn has participated in the high-end packaging and testing project of Qingdao's new core, imported 46 lithography machines, and participated in India's $10 billion chip incentive plan, but eventually withdrew from the project. The road to chips is not easy. The most important thing is customer resources. Is it necessary to wait and see some attitudes of Foxconn to fully cover Huawei chips? Guo Timing made the right choice. Foxconn has multiple factories and R&D centers around the world, employing more than 1 million people. Its business covers the design, development, production, and sales of electronic products. Many of the common smartphones, computers, and other electronic products on the market are produced by Foxconn. As one of the world's largest electronics foundries, Foxconn has always played an important role in the electronics manufacturing industry. But Foxconn wants more than that. Due to the hot chip industry, Foxconn has a strong idea. Many years ago, we promoted the new core high-end packaging and testing project in Qingdao, imported 46 lithography machines, focused on the packaging and testing industry, helped the development of local integrated circuits, improved the industrial chain, and provided corresponding services for required customers. After so many years, Foxconn not only did not stop, but instead set its sights on India, participating in India's $10 billion chip incentive plan. It's just that the progress is not very smooth, because Foxconn does not have the advantages of chip manufacturing. It has been focusing on the foundry manufacturing of electronic products for many years, and has almost never been involved in the chip manufacturing industry. It can be said that it knows nothing. In order to solve technical problems, Foxconn approached STMicroelectronics to provide technology licensing. The licensing matter had already been negotiated, but India wanted STMicroelectronics to also participate in the project and deploy in India. STMicroelectronics refused to agree, and the subsidy in India was not approved. The subsidy application submitted by Foxconn fell through, and Foxconn finally withdrew from the project. The road to chips is not easy, and Foxconn has encountered many setbacks. Chips are a very high-tech field, and the technical and financial thresholds involved are very high. There are also problems such as fierce competition and market fluctuations in the chip field, which have brought certain risks to Foxconn's operation and development. Of course, Foxconn has not given up on this. If it can grasp the customer resources, there may be a turning point. Does the wait-and-see attitude of Foxconn have to fully cover Huawei chips? Guo Timing made the right choice and once set his sights on Huawei chips, intending to contract Huawei's chip business. With the size of Huawei's chips, if the two parties can really come together, they can indeed contribute to Foxconn's chip business, but things are not as simple as imagined. Everyone knows the business status of Huawei's chips. Under the US chip rules, Huawei is in a state of maintaining research and development. Its chips have not been put into production, and the smartphones released are all using Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips. Although Huawei has other security chips, smart screen chips, projector chips, etc., the volume is still not as good as the core Kirin chip. The market share of Huawei HiSilicon has long been cleared. Huawei's attitude towards HiSilicon is to insist on research and development. As long as it can afford it, it will continue to support it. As for profit, it is not within the consideration of the high silicon department. Some of Huawei's expanded businesses are also gradually getting rid of the impact of the chip incident. Even if the supply of chips is cut off, they can still live with quality. In other words, Huawei is changing its business model and reducing its dependence on chips. Under such circumstances, the possibility of releasing a large number of chip orders to Foxconn is very small. Therefore, even if Guo Timing intends to contact Huawei's chip business, it is not possible to cooperate if he wants to cooperate. Is there nowhere for Foxconn to go? In fact, in the Indian market, Foxconn has not completely abandoned India's $10 billion chip incentive plan. This is a big cake with few contenders. Foxconn has indeed withdrawn from the joint venture chip project with India's Vedanta Group, but Foxconn is still discussing the possibility of cooperation with some chip manufacturing giants, looking for more reliable teammates to participate in the Indian car-making project. Foxconn underestimated the difficulty of making chips. If there is no technology for making chips, if you want to get a piece of the chip market, I am afraid that customers will not favor it. Moreover, there are still many problems that Foxconn needs to solve in making cores. On the one hand, chip manufacturing requires superb technology and profound professional knowledge. Foxconn needs to have sufficient technical research and development capabilities to ensure the quality and performance of chip products. It is difficult to get these technologies without a long-term accumulation. Talents, R&D centers, etc. are all huge challenges. On the other hand, the chip manufacturing market is highly competitive, and Foxconn needs to make preparations in terms of marketing and sales channels to ensure product sales and market share. The chip market share has been occupied by several giants for a long time, and Foxconn entered it as an electronic foundry. It is not yet known how many sales channels there will be. One thing can be confirmed: Foxconn needs to have sufficient financial support. These are just some of the problems Foxconn faces when it comes to semiconductors. Chip manufacturing requires highly automated production lines and complex processes. Foxconn may find it difficult to handle these things. Again, the road to chips is not easy, and it is not so easy for Foxconn to succeed. Huawei chips may not release orders to Foxconn, and India's subsidies are not so easy to get. It remains to be seen how far Foxconn can go on this road. If you agree with the point of view of this video, please like it, welcome to Forward, leave a message and share.